Guys, welcome to the last section of this video for CSS Spacing, where we'll be using what we've learned so far to just lay out a simple HTML page. So here we have our header, main and footer as usual, and then I have a div class of container where I want to use to make my web page center align the content. So if I come to my CSS, you can see that I have a body, a margin 0, and what this margin 0 is saying, I'm switching off the default margins there given by the browser. And then here the font size, you can see I am using rem 1.125 frame. It is good because rem units are good for responsive typography and they are root to their HTML elements. So I would say that using rem is very recommended for your typography. That is why I've set my font size to 1.25 frame. So I want to use my container as a generic to center align my content. So I come here and I say width of let me say 900 pixel, and then I'm saying I want to center it, and I come and say margin 0 auto. So what this is saying is my top, and if you have been following, top and bottom 0, and then left and right auto automatically assign the left and the right margins for me. So if we come and look at my browser, and we go live, look at the browser, you see that it is center aligned on the browser. This is what we want to achieve. So if you want to center align, you can use this margin property and give it this value. But let me quickly show us something. You can see I'm having an issue where some text are cut, and to see the remaining I have to side scroll to the left, to the right. This is not very good for user experience at all. So how do we fix this? How do we fix this problem? I'll come back to my CSS. So instead of using the pixel units, I can come and say 100%. So percentage comes in handy when we are setting width. And what this means is that our container is 100% of its parent. Here, the parent of our container is head, main, and footer. So we are saying that this container is 100% of this, which is the header or main, as the case may be. So if I come back to my browser and I change, you see I don't have any side scrolling again. I'm trying so hard now to side scroll, but it's not there again. So that is one of the good use of percentages. It helps us to get started with our responsive design. My page it's too long from the left to the right. It's not good to read that way. So I can come, I'm going to change this to 80%, which means it's 80% of my parent element, and I come and I say max width. I come here and I give it a width of 650 pixel. Here I can give it 650 pixel. I can still use the pixel unit because I already declared the width using a percentage. So I just don't want my web page to the content in the web page to be large at a maximum height, at a maximum width remain like this, whether I change the scale or so. This is what we want to achieve. So no matter how big the screen is, it's going to make sure that 50 pixel is obeyed. So, and if I come, you see, oh, this is looking nice. We have space between and it's easy to read. So that is that. So now I just want to have some little styling and giving our head a style and our footer a style, and we're set to just, so let's see how to do that. So I'm going to use the general selector, which is the element selector, and I come here, I give it a background color. I can say background color or background, and I give it a background color of this. I I give this background color, and when I come to my browser, oh, it's looking nice, but I can hardly see my text. And let me come and give it a color of white, and I say FFF, and wow, this is looking good, but they are touching my padding. I want to create some space inside, and how do we do that? We use padding, and I come and say padding of 2.8 m0. So we understand this, and when I come check my browser, wow, this is looking nice. So let's do that for our footer, for our footer as well. This is a convention you will see in most websites, and I come and pick my footer and I give it, to avoid repetition, I just come and take the background color, just to save time and be fast. I paste, and wow, I have my background, my footer is coming already, and the color is not visible. I pick this and I copy it. Most times when you're writing code, once you want to use something, instead of just writing it again, just copy and paste it. So this looks nice. So I want to create space inside. So how do I do that? I come here and I use the same thing. I just say padding 2.8 m0. You can see in this particular case, I am not using the pixel for my padding unit. I'm using the M. So it is also good to use M because they scale, because they are relative units, they are not fixed. They scale when the screen size of your device change, be it a phone, an Android phone, a Mac, or an iPad, or a laptop. So they come, wow, it's coming, our design is coming fine, but I don't want my main, the content of my main, they are too close. I want a space, so I'll just come here and I say, and put it in between, since in the middle, and just say main, and I declare main like this. So within my main code block of the CSS syntax, I just come and I want to give it a margin. Now I want to give it a space around. I don't want them to be close. I'm not giving a space inside. To do that, I'll give it a margin to provide space around. So I'll just come and say margin of 4m0. So this is what I want. I'm saying that give it a margin of top and bottom of 4m and left and right of 0. So wow, this looks nice. See our design now. So guys, this is it for this CSS spacing. With this little line of CSS code, we were able to achieve this. You should be proud of yourself if you got to this part. I would advise that you practice more, and see you in the next lesson. Enjoy coding.